I need to stop taking breaks that are that long. Anyway, it's Reed who was like, man, I catch the looming shadow of spears off in the distance as he leaves the school building. Well, that's our cue, I think. I'll go check and see if it could get everything. Wait. I don't know who this is, so I guess someone is like, hey. I will go to where the caveman stood overlooking the pending labor force of school. Catching line of sight of me. Catching sight of me. He waves a hand with a relaxed smile. Anon, good to see you today. His huge grin splits open as I draw near, giving me a slight nod. This like implies that his huge grin is making you nod. By the way, this is why I usually get a little annoyed about this. Looking forward to the duties of the day. Oh wait, this is fucking Spears. Sorry, I got too caught up in the being involved. Anna, good to see you today. Looking forward to the duties of the day. Oh my god, Spears, you should be better than saying day into day like that. The only thing, sister, I really want to get out there and work off some energy. I could have joined the track club, but I'm weird. I decided to join the club that's like 90% sitting on my knees, digging through dirt like a freaking pig. I say that, but pigs are cute, man. They're such big little goobers. Pep, pep. Oh, well, how much of a go-getter in the morning, then? More like I don't want to talk about. What's some choice gossip about? More like I don't want to think about what choice. Oh yeah, it's because she. Wait, I get what you're going for. Yep, sure am. And your brother, is he the same sort? I thought you were there during the contest. Surely you picked up on that. Oh gosh, no. Knowing him, Anon's probably still asleep and will be for the next hour. At this rate, he might wake up in time for lunch and then sit around and play games the rest of the day. Surprising you say that, considering the effort he seems to be making on the track team. At any rate, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if he managed to score first place in an upcoming event. Ugh. Gold medal, huh? Oh, wait. Gold medal. It's a bit of a surprise intro from Spears. And I would have been forthcoming with how track had been going. If people think he has a chance at first place, how much should I believe that? Sure as I would like to see that. This time. As long as I'm not kept in the dark. No use thinking about it. Just focus on now, Anna. Worry about any potential track stuff for later. And now you're not using uppercase. Be sure to make it out there and avoid a certain peachy pain in the ass. I don't think like that trick works like once. Also, Naomi could stand in your way and just kick her ass. Like I don't think Naomi could really stop you at this point. I think he's got a good chance, sir. There's a slight pause as he glances at me from the side. I agree. Another moment passes as he hums in thought. And those college applications with your name on them that I received this week? Does I don't know? What the fuck? Why does he get these? Is your high school involved with this? I thought this was like just between you and your college. Couldn't he just say, so what about your college applications? You always seem like the kind to do it early. No, sir. Why, in God's name, don't you tell him? You do know he's conjoined at your hip, and he's right. I dare not look at him. I'd rather drop the topic right now, but I might as well voice what little I can. Jesus Christ, what a fucking shit sentence. There's so, like, ugh. God, what a sticky sentence. Like treacle stuck to my foot. I'm not sure to tell him yet. When he learns, I'm worried how he'll respond to me leaving him behind. Spear says nothing for a long... Oh, now we're overdoing it. Ugh. When another noise comes out, it's a contemplative grunt as he turns back to the students. Let's see. My word of advice, Anastasia. Full name used never bodes well from a teacher. What is that? Don't isolate yourself, and don't let your brother do the same. I mean, Anon's whole thing is that he's a passive, isolated individual. The entirety of Snoot Game is that he needs to shut the hell up and get out there. Someone has to literally force him to have a life. Did you play the game? Like catches the reflection of his glass of searing gaze while it turns to me. Man, so many people love this fucking thing. I kind of like this a bit more, because when Anon's dad did it, it was very much because the guy was just jacking off to Anon's dad. From nothing to something. I don't know, man. It works as a visual gag or a cue. It doesn't really work in written text. What a weird question. Listen, I don't know if you know, but I really like the Moonchild meme. It's a confession I must make. I can't help myself. People are strong because they rely on others. No, not because they rely on others, because they can rely on others. And the bonds we carry through our lives are seldom replaceable. They are! Your relationships are fungible. It's the fact that you have to keep building. You have to keep going. Like, the specifics of the relationship, no, but the nature and the energy you get from it is something you should be making fungible. You should make yourself open to that option. And again, it's because they can rely on each other, not because they have to. Not because that is a requirement of existence. Like, I know what you mean. You kind of do, but it should be can. Because that implies that the option, the possibility, the trust, and everything, this just implies the obligation, not the trust. And the trust is human, the obligation is less so. The caveman nods at me briefly, relaxing into a small grin. I can't... Does Spears grin? I mean, it probably does in the original Snoot game, because he comes up enough and he usually is there to snark. Don't overthink it. You're a smart young woman who can do what you put yourself up to. Then he leaves it behind... What word puzzle? Nothing he said is particularly unclear. Don't isolate myself. I hardly do. I hardly ever do. I got my friends, Anon, all responsibilities going on at once, don't I? If anything, this would apply more to my brother than myself. It's kind of weird that he would give me that advice. I mean, was he hoping my brother would get sent here? Part of me wants to reach out to the man and ask what he meant, but at the same time, I want to leave well enough alone. He obviously meant the friendships we made are hard to get rid of, but it seemed like he was a bit confused who he meant it for. Which is funny to say because you're in high school, which is like where most friendships go to die. Once you go on to college, they just fucking explode. Unless I'm going to bring up with Anon and talk to him about it. Which made sense in all honesty. That bald-headed dork may be getting more and more attention on the track team and whatnot. Again, missing the uppercase. But was he really making the most of the things he currently has? Crap. I should be helping him find sports scholarships for college. Now that's liable to be a whole new can of worms I can't think of right now. I appreciate that your entire life is procrastinating. Which I guess makes sense if you're the golden child, because you usually bottle things up for your parents. And I guess there could be some frustrations that you have to do that now with the person you thought you could trust and openly talk to. Scanning the crowd below for the familiar Stego and hot-headed Rexican. Again, I really feel like people in the Snoot game community do not understand how this actually sounds when you say it like that. Like, this isn't bad. This is not even, like, a problem. But whenever I see this, I keep thinking of the fact that the guy's like, they're not a person, they're a dinosaur. Like, do you not understand what that says? I mean, considering these guys barely play with words, with sentence structure, word length, like, word choice, sentence length, sentence structure, use of repetition, use of theming, like, not just word choice in a broad sense, but word choice to formulate voices, imply theming. None of that comes up. I shouldn't doubt that these people are completely oblivious to what they're saying. I put the phrase away from my thoughts, for now at least. At this rate, I have more to do here than sit and think about that little enigma. It's not an enigma. You're pretending this is a really complicated problem, but the problem is that you're not talking, right? Complicated is if there's multiple people and they're all interacting in weird ways, and you have to figure out how the fuck to make that work. That's not the problem. The problem is you're a little bingus. Pretending it's complicated is selling yourself short. Wait a second. Is that... Creating Medicus has like a muster. I can make out the familiar shape of color palette of a lone stone raptor. I thought he was already into this. No, that was me fucking up. Read? What's he doing here? As it turns out, he immediately does the same to me. The raptor's tail twitches while making a small hello. As he smiles and shoots me a finger gun. So, unlike Fang, who, again, gets most of the character writing, Fang has a really short tail. Reed has a long enough tail that it should, in fact, be used for emoting and signaling, if you're going to do it that way. If you're not, fine. Our way back, address the confusion before putting my hand back down. Dang, what did you do to get placed here? I'm surprised. It isn't someone more abrasive like Fish or Fang down there instead. Damn, now I'm really curious about that. Space in the middle of his typical dialogue for the dead. As I draw closer to the student's body, everyone seems to be in a state of half-awareness and wishing to go back to bed, of course. So far, that's not unexpected. Every time we had one of these beautification routines going on, there would be the usual transformation as the day went on. Mindless zombies, reluctant laborers, grumpy teenagers, grateful partakers versus lunches. Reed managed to stand apart from all of them with how unfazed he looks. If anything, he actually looks excited to be here. Granted, he was always rather laid back. School days and tests and whatever stress he encountered also seemed to have very little effect on him, from what I've seen so far. The man had a knack for letting the worst balls of the day roll off, refusing to let them hold him down. Admittedly, it made me wonder how much that was I could learn from him. But also, probably all the drugs. There's the weed, there's the carf, there's the cigarettes, aka the tobacco, the alcohol. There's a whole bunch of stuff this guy takes. I don't think he's ever taken his coffee black. There's always something in there. Yo. A small grin peels from his lips as I come near to the end of the speech. Getting me single finger gun from a puffy jacket. What? He's wearing a jacket? Hot damn! Come here often? I imagine I do. What did you do to like yourself in here, big guy? Big guy? Not that big. Yeah. I got caught smoking. I got some here. Jesus, scarf on the school grounds? That's awful. No, just tobacco. A slight shrug is aimed my way as he reaches behind his head and stretches. Cigarettes on top of using cough? That can't be healthy. It's pretty true. But what can you do? The vices are what got me here. You're not gonna stop doing them, are you? Well, probably not. But if I got caught, I gotta deal with it. No use in denying. I keep the grimace from appearing on my face. As much as I dislike the idea of smoking alone, the cough stuff is a whole other deal. Sure, it may not affect diners at the same levels as humans and simians, but the stuff's still not great. The idea to not try and chide him is something I have to hold back. Why not just say I have to hold back my desire to chide him? Why do I gotta be so weird about it? Oh no, wait, it's because my brain didn't process this. Because for some reason I became extremely tired. I don't know why. Reed is his own dude and he knows what he's doing. Hopefully! And he acknowledges that he messed up by being caught. At least you will suffer the consequences, and you're better off than some people here. Ain't no use fighting what comes your way. Better to let things roll while you float with them. I'm not quite sure what he's actually trying to say, but he smiles regardless. Looking forward to working with you at least, muchacha. Why did you say El Muchacha? Listen, I'm not very smart. Well, neither am I. I said El Capitan. Nah. Buddy, that's not how you... God, do you not know what a gendered noun is? No. Don't put your Spanish in front of Rosa, you regret being here. She's like the French. You say one French word in English and they'll just start murdering you violently. Flicking my tail in slight amusement of a surprised blink, I motion my head off to the side. I keep forgetting she has a tail, because it does come up, but it's like, it falls out of my head all the time. Come on, I'll be taking you over for today, so, well, the other two can take care of the bulk of the work. How is that just allowed? I mean, I guess they do it because they're like, oh, you're so cute. But I feel like on a surface level, they'd be like, buddy, for fuck's sake, we have like 15 people here. I turn away, noticing the shadow of the raptor behind me pumping his fist into the air. Keeping the smirk off my face as reaction is an exercise of control. Man, you're exercising so much fucking control around this guy. Are you sure you can be open and honest with him? Are you sure you want to date someone that you have to be this constrained with? That's not healthy, buddy. Does he really think, because he's got me overseeing him permanently, that he's going to have an easier time? Well, the members are doing the real easy work. He's in for a rude awakening. After dipping to chat with Rosa... So you went to talk with her and just fucked off? Wow, that's rude. Organizing things and getting a hearty chuckle at the idea I have for us both, I turn to the red raptor. My work apron has a pair of gloves and the necessary supplies. The thing is for the two of us. What's with the ladder, Anna? Oh, this whole thing? I swing the large envelope to my shoulder, usually standing next to us. A few stray clacks of old steps trying to snap open are heard before I wrangle it back into place. I find concerned lights in his eyes. He takes a wary step back. Oh, we're gonna be busy with a whole new level of gardening. I bet you never even considered. My smile is as sharp as looking up and down, quickening an eyebrow while motioning him towards the school. How are you with heights? An awkward giggling escapes when the realization hits him all at once. After making sure that we weren't needed elsewhere, I made sure that we had enough room to work. Seemed like the perfect time to take a bet and see how well he held up on a migraine thumb. Ah! Red, it's okay. Just let go of the fine. I can't! If I let go now, I'll fall right off. It's game over, man. Game over! Game over, yeah! I like all the sticky vines. That's gross, man. Why are those on the outside of the building? Or inside? Or anywhere? Why not just grow normal vines? I know it's because that's how they attach themselves to surfaces, but come on, man. Reed, you're 6 feet off the ground. If you let go, you just take a little jump. It's okay. I look at her, return to this would look at me. She's flashing in a terror grimace. You know, I do want to say that as much as I don't like Ashfall, or whatever the hell it was called, I did like the little sequence of like showing dinosaurs as not as cartoons, but as in a more realistic light, like what it would actually be like to stand near one. You know, with the teeth and the fangs and the claws and all that, and like showing them off in a more realistic sense. You know. I hold back a sigh, trying to seem reassuring to him. Why are you trying to seem reassuring? Why not actually be reassuring? This is why I get mad about people who use slight and a little bit and a short and like and seem like it appears especially. It's like you're undermining what you're trying to do. You're trying to project reassurance to not seem, which implies you're not. It literally got into step of the regular piece of equipment in a flash, but as soon as well, I don't believe I've seen a flying raptor until today. Damn, even his tail is shaking. My poor thing is stuck between his thighs as much as it can be. I have to imagine he's actually sober, considering how loose he is. I feel like an asshole for doing this right now. If he had told me he had a thing with heights like this, we could have found something else to do. This is so fucking funny, considering that in Trish's ride, doesn't he like run after Fang and fall off the building or whatever? I don't know. Jesus, was this a guy thing? Was he scared to let me know he's not good with heights? Oh my god, he was trying to pretend he was cool! I'm slipping! Help! I look up as Ray truly starts to slip. Hands holding on tightly as his body slightly lowered. He was now an easy 5 feet off the ground. Oh, just let go! I can't! Ray, just... for the love of God. I'll catch you. What? I'll catch you, dude. Now look how the first of you hurt yourself by pulling a muscle or something. I don't know about that. Well, come on, Reed. I'll catch you. Don't worry, I used to catch him from tree limbs way higher than this. I mean, he did, like, bump his head every time on the way down. I'm pretty sure he lost, like, 20 IQ, but hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Indecision flickers across his face and hold back a grunt of annoyance. He was clearly freaked out, and I had to be patient for him. Finally, he screws his eyes tight. What? Oh, screws his eyes tight. You mean he closes his eyes tightly and hunches inward. Please don't drop me. Oh, you're a good big guy. Now come now, I got you. He hissed, a tiny prayer floating past his lips, and my friend takes a leap of faith. He dropped a few feet right into my awaiting arms. I staggered a little as I flex. But we only moved maybe a few steps before I get us both taken care of. Salmon-colored eyes look at me as the lackadaisical genius lies on my arm, shock coloring his features. I like how you said Sam colored and then you colored his features. Come on, fuck off. I snorted lightly at him with crooked. Was that so hard? No. See, you're absolute dork. If you do that again, I'm gonna carry you across the campus. Bridal style. Reed stares at me for a little bit longer, looking dumbstruck. After a few seconds pass by, another few seconds pass by before I can start to get self-conscious. Are you okay now, buddy? Oh. Sorry about that, dude. Thanks, though. I probably shouldn't climb back up there. No worries, Reed. Stuff like that happens to us all. The peculiar brick corner sticks out. Finds the need to be avoided. So knows how to go about this. I shuck off the work apron while trusting my acrophobic labor. Hold on to this for a bit. I prepare to carry out a new plan as he complies with the request. Pausing and shooting one last look at a confused Reed, I toss down my sweatshirt and take off in a small jog. With a tempered shout, I leap onto the wall. Yep, secure little handholds. Okay, I don't get to show the road. Before leaving it myself, I wiggle my shoes off, trying to get back our anchor points. Why aren't your shoes just designed for climbing? I feel like you would just have shoes for that. Both in the setting and you personally as property. I find him on footing. I start my ascent. I read this as I climb up. Because he sees your ass. Do you have any idea how much your ass cheeks will clench as you climb? It's not nothing. Anyway, she's just climbing out around there. Excellent. God, I'm smart. I don't think it's very smart to be up there. Like, I get that you're a good climber, but there's a reason people use ladders, and it's insurance. Like... Whew. We are about halfway through this fucking fic. It is taking forever. Like, you can tell this fic is way too fucking... This chapter is way too long. The fic as a whole, I can't judge yet, but this chapter really should have been several chapters. Anyway, she's just doing other stuff. Why is he pulling it? Oh, he's doing the tail pulling thing. Like with Anon, it was trying to get attention, and we were on the Anon side of the conversation anyway. So. Oh, he had the fucking vine thing. You know, I always thought that was because humans are, like, allergic to the vines, because it's a, you know, why would you hang up extremely allergic-making vines in a fucking school if multiple people have the allergy, you know? To me, it just feels... Like, at that point, you're just endangering your students, man! The point is, it was okay when it was with Anon, because, again, if it's just humans, it makes sense, because the school doesn't have any other humans to complain about it. It doesn't work nearly as well in this context. I don't know, man. My tail hurts. I know what it feels like to get yanked by it. You did that. Now the vines in my eyes. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, it's such a weird scene to try and mirror, given how specific it felt to me, to, like, the characters in the situation. Tail felt like I was cleared away from my face. Yeah, would... Oh, there's obvious vine in my face. There's indeed roughage in his hair. Across his snout. Jesus fucking Christ, why are these vines so damn sticky? Why does the school have these, like, super allergic-making vines that apparently at least 2 students are allergic to? And they're sticky and annoying to deal with. Like, goddamn, dude. How good are these vines? Good looking are they? That they're willing to take this risk. I appreciate that while you were climbing, you were being a fucking idiot about it. Like, with Fang, it's because Fang is just generally unattentive, but I feel that someone that does climbing be more attentive to what's below them. Given, you know, in case you fall, you want to know what you're falling on. Oh, I feel like an asshole. Oh no, she's so sad about it. I mean, it is fair, because with Fang, it's a very different context. And you were basically in charge of supervising the guy. You basically attacked him. Toppling a giant in the gardens. Anyway, they were just being cute. Jesus. We're gonna crush him. No, but you were gonna crush on him. Ha! Okay. God, I'm a mess today. It's almost like I'm bottling up all of my emotions in an unhealthy way, and it's slowly but surely affecting my mental state. I wonder where that would be. Oh my fucking God! What is it with the fucking messages all this damn day? Jesus. Then crack off his spine. You may realize you're posturing as he slumps with a grin. Well, don't you sound like an old man? You planning to break up all your joints? Ugh. Hold up, I got a little disoriented. The stupid phone thing really brought me out of it. Seriously, so couldn't you beat yourself up? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Improvised drum pedal, well, that's an image. A penis image. On the place where my phones float on philosophy. What philosophy? Distinct path of 2 bodies rolling through it. What's that? It's angry. We're gonna skip over it because it's not really all that relevant for these characters. Rosa gave you a minute. Yep, we're just doing that. I'm glad that we're skipping over this because, to be honest, in the game, it mostly felt like it was a method of arbitrarily ending the scene more than anything. Yeah, this was like having a big sister. Maybe it's Anon a bit more. I don't know! Is Rosa really a big sister or just like the overseer? We're out on to somewhere else. Go take care of it. Way to make me feel useless. I want to have the hard work. If I can't do back-breaking labor, am I really doing anything? Pulling up weeds. It's therapeutic. You should know that. You've been doing this already. How do you not, like, have this in the back of your head? Because I don't know how much time has passed, but you've definitely done this at least once. Weeding is not something you do, like, a day in the year. Oh my god! Fucking hell. God damn it. Oh, fuck. It's just so annoying. I'll just go what they have to do, what they need to do. This got to me. Generally feel right to do little stuff outside like this. Why do you do all that, Carf? Yeah, it does feel a little weird for someone like Ray to be like that. Helps me relax. Helps me know what promises and stuff. So I don't know about that, Reed. Like, it kind of works when it's pot, but Carf seriously sounds like it's, like, straight up a hardcore opiate, which is not, like, a casual drug. Like, you're better when you're motivated without the stuff. I think you're more familiar. He goes still. The lack of noise as me turn back to him, curious. You're not the first timer. It doesn't fucking stop, does it? Jeez, fuck the... Who? Why? Since when? God damn it. Oh, it's Reed's sister. I guess he has one now. Good. I mean, fair enough. A lot of people do that. Some people do it for the joke of having Rita around. Other people do it because, I don't know. Because I don't know why other people do it. Like, for the joke, I can see it, but... I guess to some extent, it's because Reed being an only child is a little weird. That he just gets away with all this stuff. Okay, so she's being oblivious, I guess? I guess that's the point. I got the impression that you're not... That Anna's not that, like, socially inept. I got the impression she had a social life, you know, has some skills. Dude's killing it. Pretty Joe with him, seems to be enjoying himself. Into the garden. Okay, cool. Like I said, man, this chapter's way too damn long.